let's finish this thing up strong. Okay, Bryce Young, you covered him. You was a sideline reporter. You had the pregame show. You had the radio show. You saw Bryce Young the last couple of years up close and personal. He goes to your former team, the team that drafted you. You know the ownership. You know everything, the stadium, the smell of the grass. How will he be embraced? You know the Panthers fan base and how they talk, with Cam, and you went there with Cam Newton, and he called you Deacon Sheriff and all this stuff, and he had this big personality at the quarterback position. Now you got a guy that's very humble, Christian, a guy that's don't seem like he's very outspoken. He's not going to be a guy, not that I've seen the last couple of years, that gets in the face of players, that's going to put a Gatorade towel over his head, that's going to, wear scarves and weird clothes. How do you think this transition now that Bryce Young is QB1 is going to be for the Carolina Panthers?
Why'd you have to hit Cam Newton with a stray right there? I mean, come on, man. You didn't have to hit Cam with the stray. We understand he has his own sense of fashion. Yeah, I understand that. But come on, man. Let the man dress like. Look, I think
his dress is terrible. I'm sorry. I love Cam. I'm a big Cam, but what that dude wears, I think he just turn the lights out in the house in the closet, just go in and grab what he grabs and say, I'm going to put this on and make it work.
And That's probably thinks the same thing about them big old khakis and them hey dudes you got on. But I mean,
I got Crocs.
Look, Bryce is going to be Bryce, right? And yeah, is he the type of guy that's going to, grab your face mask, get in your ear? No, he wasn't that guy at Alabama, and he was a Heisman Trophy winner, right? I mean, he doesn't have to be that guy. All Bryce needs to do is go and be himself, and that's what he's been doing. We've heard countless guys from the Panthers come out in interviews and just say, I mean, this guy has this swagger about him. It's like this humble, confident swagger, meaning like he's not necessarily saying much, but his body language, his expressions, they're telling the whole story. You know what I mean? And that's how Bryce Young has always been, right? He's going to make a nice throw, and you're going to see him look over to the sideline, give a little smirk. Like, that's him. That's his game. That's his persona. So I don't think he needs to do anything different, right? I think he needs to go in, be who he is, that extremely poised and confident football player, throw the ball with pinpoint accuracy. Again, he might not be a big rah-rah guy, but he still was a phenomenal leader while he was here at the Capstone. And and what he does best is he improvises. He makes plays out of nowhere, right? He's like that Houdini type guy, that Steph Curry type facilitator with the football. That's all he needs to do. I really like what they've done in terms of getting him some weapons, right? They've got Hayden Hurst, former South Carolina tight end. They signed him this offseason. There you go. They got Miles Sanders, running back, formerly with the Philadelphia Eagles. They've got a couple of receivers. Adam Thielen, who was with the Minnesota Vikings, very refined route runner, very solid wide receiver, veteran guy. They also have a lot of other wide receiver talent. So I think as long all right, here's the one thing I missed that it was one of the biggest things. They finally started investing in their offensive line. And you and I both know, I don't care how many weapons you have on offense, if you don't have a solid foundation up front, you're going nowhere. That's why the Eagles were so successful. Yeah, they had big weapons like Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts throwing the football. But without that offense line, I guarantee you they would not be in the Super Bowl last year. And the Panthers,
you're right.
Yeah, and we know that. But the Panthers, they got Taylor Moden. They drafted Big Icky. He was from North Carolina State in the first round for the left tackle position. They got guys, former Alabama center Bradley Bozeman. They re-signed him this offseason. Austin Corbett, I think he was formerly with the Rams. So they've got a pretty decent offensive line now. And I think those guys are going to do a good job protecting Bryce. I think if they protect Bryce, they let him be himself, do what he does, I think he's going to have a great rookie season. I think he's going to be a phenomenal long-time answer for the Carolina Panthers because they have desperately needed some help at the quarterback position.